Huge thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. We could not do it without you, and we so appreciate matchups like this being able to happen here at the Blitzkrieg Luau.
Here at Blitzkrieg, we love to give you dream matches you didn't know you needed.
Or nightmare matches.
Great point. Whatever that sign said, tossing it back to those in the audience, tossing a hat. I mean, yeah. Can you see why he's one of the most hated wrestlers in the United States?
What's not to hate? This is an absolutely monstrous person, a sinister human being. There's a chill in the air when Charles Mason enters the room.
Why was he staring so intently over here? That just made me so uncomfortable. I mean, I was going to say before he even pierced his eyes into our souls that he is just one of the wrestlers I've met where it makes my skin crawl. Like being around him, I mean, I'm not scared of much, but it's like him, his presence, something feels off. It feels like bad energy in the air.
And that's, I think, something that he has learned to capitalize over the course of his career. It's served him well so far. He's become the House of Glory champion, but he has one hell of a contender ahead of him tonight at the Luau.
At the 7th annual Blitzkrieg Pro Luau. I mean, have you ever seen someone who just fits right in? I mean, we are the land of the misfit toys. Priscilla Kelly belongs here in Blitzkrieg Pro. It is an honor to have her in our ring here tonight.
This is a sense of gravity that is not lost on anyone here. Priscilla Kelly making a huge statement here at Blitzkrieg Pro, ready to do it against Charles Mason. She had said online that she feels Charles Mason wants to take people apart, wants to figure out what they're all about. But she challenges that Charles Mason hasn't met anyone quite like her. No one quite like Hell's favorite harlot. Gritting her teeth with that sinister grin, Priscilla Kelly is only too happy to oblige the Blitzkrieg faithful.
You said it earlier, how Charles Mason has learned to capitalize on that uncomfortability, that unsettling feeling, right, that he knows how to exude with his competitors, the mind games he plays with his opponents. Priscilla Kelly doesn't seem fazed.
Nope.
She knows his game, right? And she's a little sick and twisted herself. So there might be a part of her that kind of enjoys this.
Charles Mason, you gotta wonder if part of him, I mean, he's such a wise combatant. He's such a cunning competitor. I wonder if he took that challenge from Priscilla Kelly and said, all right, bet, let me bring it out of you more. Oh, wait a second. Hand around the throat, and Priscilla Kelly
trying to put her to sleep early on. Priscilla breaks away, and he's licking his fingers. What the?
Anxious for more. as now Priscilla Kelly
licking right back.
Yeah, just getting a tongueful of Mason, and Mason looks absolutely just tickled. As now, up and over, both trying to evade one another. The head scissors, and Mason goes flying.
Beautiful head scissors. Kelly coming in.
Dodges does Mason, sends Kelly into the corner, barrels in, but another quick evasion. High kick connects to the side of the face. Priscilla Kelly, we know she's sat under some incredible learning trees over the course of her career. Crossbody splash into the cover, only 2.
I don't think I've ever seen a crossbody with that much velocity. She came in so quick there.
And Bronco Buster trying to drive the air out of the lungs of Charles Mason. As Kelly licking her chops. The thing about both of these competitors is I think that they know each other's style. They know what they bring to the table. I feel like there's almost a sense of appreciation.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I think there's something that they're having, this sick and twisted. It's almost like fun to them.
Yeah, like kindred spirits that are meeting in the ring.
Masochists, one would say.
One would say. As Priscilla Kelly now bounding off of the ropes. And sprayed in the face by Mason. And Mason now driving face first onto the apron. Priscilla Kelly.
I think she's stuck in the ropes. Oh,
it comes crashing down to the ringside at Thompson Hall. Our official, Gina, checking on Priscilla. She is still able to compete.
Mason kicking her right in the face as she's stuck in the ropes upside down, sending her to the hardwood floor. I mean, look around. The fans are concerned.
Yeah, there's a bewilderment as Mason tears up another sign, throws it in the face of another fan. Blitzkrieg faithfully, you got to know what you're dealing with when you buy that front row ticket. Now with a fistful of Priscilla Kelly's hair, challenging our official.
Taking his sweet time.
Oh, just right to the skull.
Mason breaking the count, but just so he can continue his dirty work.
And again, just wrenching on Priscilla Kelly. Breaking that count again, working right within the constraints of our official, Gina Monti, and double chops to the back. Did you, the audible gasp from the Blitzkrieg faithful at the sheer volume of the strike?
That's probably because her heart just stopped. He just thudded her chest so hard it echoed through this hall.
And now just dragging Priscilla around ringside by the hair. Torturous.
For what purpose? Just to show the fans?
Well, yeah, because he knows that's not going to win in the match, but it can do some damage. It can maybe ruffle the feathers of Priscilla Kelly.
Mason just wanting to torture Kelly.
Oh, geez. Now just capsizing around.
Wait,
no.
Up here, Alyssa. Nope, stay away from me.
I'm backing up here. Charles Mason wants everyone to have an up-close and personal view of the damage he's doing to Priscilla Kelly. Her legs are just swinging here. How much is too much, Sky? How much is too much?
But still wanting to win the match because broke for the count of Gina, broke the count.
Whoa, able to dodge is Priscilla. Straight into the steel post. And now turnabout is fair play.
How she's able to breathe right now is beyond me, but Priscilla Kelly is still in this and taking things over.
I think if you're Priscilla Kelly, there's almost a don't tempt me with a good time kind of situation. Priscilla Kelly is willing to go into the deep waters. Now, oh geez, could have snapped the neck, but now the clothesline lays out. Hell's favorite Harlot hooks the leg, does Mason.
Only good for 2, but look at the nail indentations, the marks on the back of Priscilla Kelly.
But even on Mason, you can see on both of their backs the outlines of each other's hands on their flesh. Whoever wins this match, both of them are leaving here with some souvenirs in the physical form, as now, working just within not being disqualified from the matchup, but doing everything he can to keep Priscilla's breath under his control.
I think that's part of the game. I think that's part of it. He could win, right? He could try to win, or he could get disqualified, but I think he likes playing right within those limits, right within those bounds where he almost gets disqualified.
Oh! And eyes meeting eyes. Priscilla Kelly. Charles Mason just ignited something in Hell's favorite harlot.
Giving Mason a taste of his own medicine, but then he's biting her.
And sending her face first into the turnbuckle. And now wrenching around, driving Kelly down to the mat. Kelly with her head in her hands, and Mason just looking on, admiring his handiwork and what he has brought out of this competitor.
And just the slow pace.
Stomping on the hair of Priscilla Kelly. You can see the face, agony. And now that twist of the neck.
This is disgusting, Alyssa.
This is what Priscilla Kelly knew she signed up for.
It's just hard to watch.
As Mason now almost salivating over the damage that he has been doing to Priscilla Kelly here at the Blitzkrieg Luau.
Spitting venom, contorting her neck in ways it's not supposed to go.
And savoring every second.
Licking his hand before inserting it into her mouth. But
wait, no! Priscilla! Priscilla's got teeth! And they're wrenched around the hand of Mason! As lighting up a flurry! More back chops and the kick to the jaw!
There she goes!
High kick connecting! And wasting no time, ripcords with the clothesline! Does not cover right away, rolls through. Wait a second, driven down! And now into the cover! Priscilla Kelly! Not quite enough!
Mason able to get the shoulder up.
Because you got to imagine, for as much damage as Charles Mason has been doing to Priscilla Kelly, he has the resilience to withstand similar.
This is a very even matchup on paper when you put it that way.
Ooh, gets that boot up. And driving down, but Priscilla Kelly is loopy. Now wrenched up and doesn't waste any time! Mason now!
Gina, are you sure she's still in this? I'm not trying to question our official.
Crawling, and wait a second! Priscilla Kelly licking her lips, the reversal of fortune.
And Mason, surprised but impressed?
Surprise and possible delight as Priscilla Kelly drives those headbutts. Taken down to the mat once more. These swift kicks to the side of the face. And finding that drive, that question mark kick from Priscilla Kelly, who has keen eyes on her opponent. Able to dodge. And now finding
a choke of her own. Now trying to put Mason asleep.
I don't know if Kelly has the grip that she would want on it as Mason backs them up into the corner. Another chop to the chest, each one echoing off the chest of Kelly. But Priscilla Kelly caught that one! And then armbar over the top rope! Only 4! Had to relinquish the hold. Your match isn't going to end that way, but has Kelly done enough damage to Mason? Wiping him out. And the hand on the throat, but answers it back with one of his own, does Mason.
This is what he wants, he said?
Oh, a bit of maybe a mandible there. And taking him down to the mat, the shoulders are down, but Mason, saying this is what he wanted. He wanted to pry Priscilla Kelly apart and bring out this side. He said that the constraints have been on Priscilla Kelly for too long, and he wanted to see what she was really made of.
I would say that constraints are off, Alyssa.
Oh, no, Gina! The dodge from Priscilla Kelly, as now our official has been wiped out. That Drop kick sends Mason outside the ring. Priscilla Kelly now up on that top rope and wipes out Charles Mason at ringside.
Priscilla Kelly doesn't care if there's an official in there or not. She knows she has to stay on him.
But wait a second, Charles Mason has that belt, that leather belt now wrapped around the throat of Priscilla Kelly, and Gina Monty is completely out. No one to stop this.
He pulled her in here by the belt, choking the life out of Priscilla Kelly.
Well, we're seeing signs of life from Gina Monty as now Mason using his arm to disguise.
I don't think Gina saw the belt. Charles Mason won this contest.
You can even still see the belt haphazardly strewn across the throat of Priscilla Kelly. And Gina Monty now seeing it for herself. No. Gina calls it off. Gina now seeing the handiwork of Charles Mason.
Brave as hell to question Charles Mason, but she's reversing it.
Whoa. Gina was restarting the match and now finds herself on the business end of the grip of Charles Mason, swept up the shoulders. Only two. Able to dodge now. Priscilla Kelly cracks a kick to the jaw. Drives it down with a tiger driver. Hooks the legs. And Mason is out.
I thought she was reversing the decision, but starting the match, continuing the match is even better because now Priscilla Kelly has a win over Charles Mason, a win on her debut in Blitzkrieg Pro, and that's a lot sweeter than just tossing it in.
A massive win for Hell's favorite Harlot, making a huge statement at Blitzkrieg Pro in this bout. The biggest night of the year, an incredible matchup between these two who really tested each other's limits. And a show of appreciation in her own unique way with a little headbutt as a cherry on top. I think that's a way of showing mutual respect for these two.
Sure.
But one thing is for sure, the win is on the books in the favor of Priscilla Kelly here at Blitzkrieg Pro's Luau.